Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is exactly what the title says. I've decided to compile this list not only because I've gotten requests about it, but I feel like it's an important topic to kind of discuss, and these are things that I wish I knew before I went into college. And I feel like a lot of people like me, you kind of go on YouTube and you look up videos, and I just kind of want to put my 2 cents and advice out there so that other people can get a feel for what my experience has been, things that I wish I would have known going into it, things I would have done differently right from the start. So let's jump right into the video. So I've compiled a list here, and it started off as 10 things I wish I knew going into college, but the list kind of got weird, so I'm gonna read directly from this list and then see how that goes, kind of just explain my thought process. So one thing that I wish I knew was that coffee is and will be your best friend from this point on, and in parentheses, I am so sorry. So I'm here drinking some coffee, and for those of you who don't know, I actually am an avid tea drinker. I drink it morning and night, so with my breakfast, and then usually with my dinner or after dinner, except for like during the summer I have iced tea, but hot tea is usually my go-to. But during college I have become addicted to coffee, and it's weird because I come home on breaks and I don't drink coffee and I'm literally fine, and then I come home and I'm just like drinking all the tea, and then I go back to college and I'm pulling all-nighters and I'm drinking like 4 billion gallons a day, and like I have more content of caffeine in my body than I have water. So I didn't realize how much that was true until I actually went to college, and now I'm basically living proof that college students do survive off of caffeine, and it's something that I'm not really proud of, but hey, it happens. Alright, the next thing that I wish I knew was, in the words, this is what I wrote, in the words of Hannah Montana, life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. For this, I feel like going into any situation, especially college, the situation is going to be about what you make of it and how you kind of make that situation yours. Getting involved, doing extracurriculars, making yourself happy, I think is a focal point of a college experience. And I wish I knew how big of a deal it was to actually get involved on your campus. Just going to class and going back to your dorm and kind of going about your day is kind of boring, I guess, to me in my eyes. I'm a very involved person, and I always have been throughout my entire life. So I highly encourage you, if you are struggling to get acclimated to your college campus, or you're wanting just something more in your life to be fulfilled, life's what you make it. So if you're not gonna take those offers on the table and put yourself out there, it's not gonna bring itself back to you. So highly recommend getting involved. Life's what you make it. Okay, this next thing I wrote is, you're not going to be you're not going to be best friends with everyone, and that's okay. And then in parentheses, even your roommates. So I feel like this is a very common sense thing. Like, obviously you go into a workplace, school, social event, you're not going to be best friends with everyone. Yeah, you can have that charisma and you can be super friendly and nice to everyone or whatever, but the truth of the matter is you're not going to be best friends with everyone, and that's okay. But I just feel like I need to just put that out there into the open for people that are entering this stage of their life, or maybe you're having like a difficulty making friends. And I think the best thing to understand and to just accept is that not everyone's gonna love who you are, nor are you gonna love who everyone else is. But if you're kind, cordial, respectful, and just like a good person overall, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna survive college, and that's all I can like say about that one. Alright, next piece of advice. Freshman 15 is alive, and it is so well. Take care of yourself. Going to college, even when I went on tours, every tour guide, every parent, every adult that I talked to was just like, freshman 15 is a real thing. beware, it's gonna happen to you, you're gonna gain 15 pounds. And in my I was 18 then, but 19-year-old mind, I'm like, no, I'm invincible. Like, nothing's gonna happen to me if I don't let it. If I think it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Living on your own, being there for yourself, having to make really difficult decisions at a very young age and balance a really weird schedule at first to get the hang of is difficult. It's hard. I'm not even gonna pretend like it's super easy. And for some people, it's gonna be easier than others, and that's okay. But take care of your body, take care of what you eat. It's not wrong to have a piece of pizza here or go get burgers with your friends at In-N-Out. It's not wrong to do that. But what I realized this past semester is that it's wrong to do it every single day. Take care of your body, create a regular eating schedule, don't let the dining hall get the best of you, and remember that everything you're doing in life is for yourself ultimately. So if you're not there to take care of your body and give it the nutrition that it needs, then you're really just doing yourself a disservice. My next piece of advice is your path is underlined, your path for a reason. I guess my reasoning for saying this is I feel like throughout your entire life, you're told to go to school from this time to this time. Basically from when you're in kindergarten until you graduate high school, you kind of have a very set in stone schedule, and a lot of your peers that you make are on that exact same path with you. But when you get to college, you realize you have friends out of state, you have friends at state schools, you have friends at private school. I personally go to a private school. So your path, what you want for yourself in life, is yours for a reason. And in order for you to be truly happy in where you are and to be successful in that, you have to be proud of your path, and you have to be okay with the journey that you're taking, because it's not always going to be full of highs. It's going to have some really low lows, and some days are just gonna suck. And I hate saying that, I hate putting that kind of negative attitude out there, but to me, if you can have that and just acknowledge that, okay, some days are not going to be my cup of tea, and that's fine, but I have the choice to kind of turn that situation around and be proud of wherever I am in life. And if that's the attitude you have, I think you're setting yourself up for a very successful, happy future. All right, moving on, I have again put down, get involved. I promise it pays off and will help you adjust that much more. So for me, getting involved, I personally got involved with Kelly's student body program, as well as Her Campus, which is an online magazine. So it helps promote journalism skills, as well as we do like social media stuff and advertising. And it's really an awesome way to meet people who are interested in the same things you are. I did ASB all 4 years of high school, so going through that transition from high school to college and not having that leadership family was really hard for me until I found ACLUG, which is Kelly's student government. And then I started to make a lot of friends, and I started to see the parts of myself that I saw in high school that I love, which is just being a leader. So get involved as much as you can, do things that interest you, be proud of those things. It'll help the adjustment that much more. So the next thing that I wrote is take care of yourself first. And I underlined first, exclamation point, exclamation point. Now, my reason for writing this down was, I think it needs to just be said all the much more. Take care of yourself first. Don't mind what your roommates or your newly found friends are doing. If you need something, or you're sick and you need to take care of yourself, you're the only one who can give you that help. I remember I've been independent my entire life, and I've been super excited to like move out and go to college and get my own dorm and all these things. Like that's my jam. I love that. But when it comes down to it, and I first got sick and I was like, whoa, I'm sick and I'm here alone, and no one's gonna help make me soup, or no one's gonna tell me to take my antibiotics. My mom's not here, my dad's not here, none of my family's here, it's just me. So take the time to be there for yourself and put yourself over things, because you're gonna need it. Okay, this next one is very, very, very important. If someone or something isn't making you happy, stop doing it and eliminate the toxic. if a friendship is not making you happy, if being friends with someone is doing you more harm than it is good, if you're fighting with those people, if you're just not going down the right path that's yours, that you want to see yourself going down, eliminate it. Get rid of it. Stop doing things just because you feel obligated to do them. If you don't like volunteering and you feel like you're obligated to volunteer because it's good but you feel uncomfortable and you don't like it, stop doing it. Because at the end of the day, you're at a point in your life where you're trying to find yourself and you're trying to find where your next move is going to be. What's your career path going to be? What internships are you going to do? Where are your job opportunities? Where are you going to live? All these really, really big things are happening, and you don't have time to deal with negative people, situations, involvement if it's not doing you good. And I mean that in reason, but if it is toxic in your life, eliminate it, get rid of it, end of story. This next piece of advice is make and organize your time to do more things that make you happy. What I mean by this is when you get to college, and I wish I knew this, is you have a lot of free time. Like a lot, like an obscene amount of free time. You could spend watching Netflix. You could spend at a part-time or full-time job. You could spend at an internship or volunteering somewhere that you're passionate about. There's a lot of free time, and find what works for you, but find a really efficient way to organize your schedule. For me, I'm a very visual person, so I have a calendar here on my wall. You can't see it, it's over there. That I've had since 8th grade, and I put one up in my college dorm, and every month, pretty much every day religiously, I will write the things I have going on, my obligations, the time it's happening, so that I don't forget about it, but also it's visually there, and whenever I like leave my dorm or come back, I'm looking right at that calendar. I also have a planner that is in my backpack that I carry on me that I write things, and like I said, I'm a very visual learner, so making lists is a huge part of my life. It's one of the reasons why I made this list on paper, because to me, making lists digitally, it does nothing for me. It's like texting. But if I can write out a list and plan out my schedule and know what I have time for and what I'm doing, I'm able to fit more things that make me happy, like trips to the beach, museum trips, going to lunch with friends, doing things that are like going to concerts, things that make me the happiest person I can be. And in college, you're gonna have time for those things. So learn how to manage your time and find something that works well for you so you can keep yourself organized. All right, moving on. Sleep is your best friend, and try as hard as humanly possible to set up a good sleep schedule. You guys, I know that in the moment it sounds so incredibly fun to pull an all-nighter and drink all the coffee you can with your roommates and stay up all night until you crash at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and then realize you have an 8 a.m. in 3 hours. Getting sleep at this age is so important. If you can avoid it, which, trust me, I'm someone who likes to get things done at night. I don't start my homework until like 7 or 8, and I do my best thinking at like 2 a.m., which makes me a crazy person. But when you're in college and you're having to focus so much on retaining information and knowing things for your major, which is gonna be a career you're gonna have eventually, and going to job interviews and going to obligations or events that you have going on, you wanna be the most well-rested version of yourself that you can possibly be. I get it that it's a little bit unobtainable to have like the perfect sleep schedule and go to bed at like 9 or 10 every night, but setting up a sleep schedule for yourself based on classes you may have, it'll only benefit you in the end, and I promise to you that you are going to appreciate your sleep when you're in college. Okay, do not procrastinate. Easier said than done, but don't make the next 4 years just a mess by putting everything off to the last second. Where do I begin with this one? People say that college is supposed to be like the best 4 years of your life, or some of the most memorable 4 years of your life. But I don't expect how this is true if you put off every single test until the last night, or every project, or every paper, because then you're letting yourself get anxious and nervous knowing that you have to write a 5,000-page essay in the span of 12 hours before your next class tomorrow morning, rather than having it done a few days earlier and then just being okay. I think this is something that's really important because through high school, I feel like academically we are taught to just pass. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I was never a bad student. I mean, I didn't show up as much as I probably should have, especially senior year. Senioritis hit me so hard. But throughout your life, you're just kind of trained to just pass and pass a class and pass a test and just get out of high school and get your diploma and get into college. And then once you're there, you're kind of like, okay, now what? Apply yourself. Try hard. Don't procrastinate, because the things that you're learning right now are going to be for your future career, and they are very important. Okay, this is my last one on the list, and it is everyone is struggling, big or small. So find peace within that, but also take a step back to see how you can do better to fix this problem. So I think something really unique about college is it's everyone coming together from different backgrounds, different states, different parts of, I live in California, so different parts of California. Some people are out of the country, so everyone is coming with some kind of baggage. And I think this is applicable in all parts of college, but just, you know, be a nice person, smile at someone in the hallway, open the door for someone if they're running to get to their class, give someone a compliment if they look like they're having a bad day, be respectful and nice to your roommates. It's really not that hard. And I think going into college, this is something that I feel like it's common sense, but you know, I feel like I just need to project that out there because apparently some people are not aware of this, and that's okay. But I just think that this is a really big thing because you don't know what that person is dealing with at home with their family or with their friends, or maybe their financial stability is just not doing well, but they want to get their education so badly. So give them the benefit of the doubt. Be a better person, be a nice person, and, you know, just do unto others as you would want them to do to you. Alright, that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know if this video was informative and helpful by giving it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to answer any other questions about my college experience so far. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time.